we are going to review from number 1. We're going to check your work. So lesson 1 is about scientific notation. If you have the lesson notes, please take it out. All right, let's try to expand this really big number into standard form. How do I know if this is big number? You multiply 10 to the 7th power. So what we're going to do is we're going to move a decimal. And if it's a positive number, if it's a positive number, so this is positive, then you move decimal to the right. So you move decimal to the right how many times? 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you stop. And then you see all the blank spot here. So you have to fill in with 0. How many extra zeros you need? 5 zeros. So the answer is going to be 182,000. And don't forget to put the decimal and the place comma. So it's a really huge number. And when you have negative number, so when you have negative, then you move decimal to the left. All right, so we have 3.1. And now I'm going to go 1 and 2. So you're going to stop here. And then you see the blank spot here. And you're going to fill in with 0. So the answer is going to be 0.031. All right, the next part, simplifying the following expression. Anything to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power 1. Anything to the 0 power 1. And I forgot to put negative exponents question, so I need you to review some questions. Okay, let's practice this. So this is going to be extra question. You need to copy it down. All right, copy these 3 questions and I need you to solve it. I need you to simplify with positive exponents. All right, let's go over this. So we have negative. Negative exponent means you flip it over and then you put the leftovers, which is x to the 2nd power. And once again, we have negative in the exponent, so you need to flip it. And you have the 3 and 3 to the 3rd power. I explained like how it's going to be like 1 over in the table. So if you better go back to the lesson notes to review that. We have 1 over and 4 to the 2nd power. So I'm going to evaluate it, which is 27 and which is 16. Copy it down on your study guide. All right, so if you look at the lesson notes, you will find similar questions like this. We know area of square is side times by side, right? And in this question, side is 9a cubed. So area is side times by side. And side is a cube, 9a cubed times by 9a cubed. So now when you multiply this, you have to multiply the numbers first, which is 9 times 9, 81. And you're going to multiply a to the 3rd power, a to the 3rd power. So a to the 3rd power times by a to the 3rd power. How many times you multiply a in total? So you multiply a, you multiply a. You multiply them, so a to the what power? 6 power. And now we're going to simplify. You see fraction, don't freak out, don't panic, it's okay. So the first thing you need to do, you're going to multiply the numbers, the coefficient. So I'm going to multiply 3 and 6, which is 18. And let's look at x and x. So x 1/2, x 1 to the 4th, and we have leftovers here, y 1/3, y 2/3. So it's going to be 18 and x to the what power? When you multiply them, what are you doing? You are adding the exponents. 1/2 plus 1/4. And when you multiply here, you add add 1/3 and 3/3. So it's going to be y to the 1/3 plus 2/3. So let's simplify this. So it's going to be 18x to the what power? 1/2 plus 1 to the 4th power. It is 2/4 plus 1/4. It is 3/4. So x to the 3/4 power, y to the 1/3 plus 2/3, it's 3/3. 1. 1. So if you have this, you're going to get full credit. We're simplifying the following expression. You need to think about, like, you can combine a when you multiply NA's and MA's, then the total is going to be N plus M. You can only use these properties when they have same base. So if you look at the parentheses, we have 5 and 5 and 3. So you see 3 is a different base from 5. So now you only can combine these. So I'm going to do 5 to the what power? 2 plus 3, because you're adding these together. And 3 to the 7th power. Do you think we can add these two, combine these two? I don't think so. And we have 3 to the 10th power. So let's simplify first. 5 to the what power? 5th power. 3 to the 7th. 5 to the 4th. And 3 to the 10th power. All right, so now I'm going to use the division property. So when you multiply a n times, if you divide that by a to the nth power, what you can do is when they have same base, you can just do n minus m. So you just subtract it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this separately. So 5 to the what power? 5 minus 4. And 3 to the 7 minus 10. So it's going to be 5 to the first power, 3 to the negative third power. We already went over this example. What's 3 to the negative third power? This is 1 over 27. So the answer is going to be, we have 5 and 1 over 27. But the answer is 5 over 27. Number 8. It's complicated. It is. But if you go step by step, you can do this. So now we have parentheses, pandas. I'm going to simplify this. This is what? 8 to the 8 plus negative 3. 8 to the 5th power. Right? Okay, so 8 to the 5th power. This guy is 8 to the 5th power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rewrite it. 8 to the 5th power to the 4th power. And what is this? 8 to the negative 3 plus 2 power. And so 8 to the 5th to the 4th power. You raise another power to another power, so you multiply them. 8 to the 20th power. Because you multiply 8 to the 5th 4 times. So this is going to be, you multiply a 20 times over 8 to the negative first power. What do? You subtract 20 and negative 1. You subtract a and 20 minus negative 1, which is 8 to the, you do keep change, so the answer should be 20 first. These are the answers. You really need to know this property, so you look at the lesson notes and review it. When they have same base, you can combine them. So you also use this strategy. When you raise to another power, you multiply them. Copy all 3 of them.